A reading from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 16, beginning to read at verse 13. Now when Jesus came into the district of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" And they said, "Some say John the Baptist, but others Elijah, and still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets." He said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." And Jesus answered him, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father in heaven. And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gate of Hades will not prevail against it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." Bonnie Tyler asks, "Where have all the good men gone, and where are all the gods?" in her hit song Holding Out for a Hero. And I wonder if that song holds any memories for you. For some of us, there will be memories of trying to learn the lyrics for a parish panto. Learning the words was one thing. Mastering the dance steps was quite another. You know, the parish panto always reminds us that heroes come in all shapes and sizes, young or old, and are often the most unlikeliest of characters. Today, the Church remembers two of God's most unlikely heroes, Peter and Paul, two men around whom the mission of Jesus to establish the kingdom was centred, and from whom it grew and spread to every corner of the world. Both shared a martyr's death, each one representing two very distinct roles of the Church. For me, Peter represents that part of the church which gives stability. For Jesus says, "And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church." Peter represents traditions handed down from the very beginning, of structures that seek to preserve those traditions. And if Peter represents stability, Paul then represents the prophetic and missionary role of the church, that part that works on the edge, that pushes the boundaries of the church out into those places of social concern. We all know that the world is changing and quickly, and these last few months have seen new technologies and new ways of communicating. We are being called to express our faith in new ways, in an attempt to keep up with the new ideas and knowledge which change our ways of understanding the world today. The early church needed these two unlikely heroes, Peter and Paul, and we do too, because each call us differently. These two men had their hearts changed by encounter with God, walking in peace and teaching the kingdom. We may not know where our journey with God will take us. There may be moments we question, resist, or doubt. But woven into our path will be moments of joy, glimpses of light and glimpses of God's glory. So let us strive to be people of God, using our prophetic voice to challenge justice in all its forms and to play our part in building God's kingdom here on earth.